Hari Om Tat Sat. We have Nas Daily with us today, and I'm sure he requires no introduction.
Thank you. Good
You're
to be
welcome.
here.
So, Nas Daily, you are a Muslim and you don't stay in India. What is your understanding of Sanatana Dharma?
So I spent 1 full month studying Hinduism, and I really like it. My understanding of Hinduism is that actually we're all one. We're all the same. You, me is not two, it's one. And that concept of no duality is the first time in my life that I understand it after studying Hinduism.
Interesting. The understanding of death is very different in Islam. And when you're right behind, we have Manikarnika. How was your emotion and experience?
It's difficult to see people being burned. It's difficult to see people think that reincarnation is real when I wasn't born thinking that was real. So it's very new. This all is a very new world, and you can only wonder and respect it. At the end of the day, nobody should fear death. Whether you're Muslim or whether you're Hindu, nobody should fear death. And here I see that people do not fear death, and I find that inspiring.
What is your greatest takeaway from Bharat?
My greatest takeaway is that God is in you and with you in Bharat and in Hinduism. God is everywhere. God is in the way you brush your teeth. God is on your wall. God is in your car. God is up there, down here, in here. It's a beautiful idea.
And we both are equal.
And
There are
we're
no
both
other.
equal. So that I understand in India. But the one thing I don't understand is, how does breathing work in Hinduism?
There's a text called Hatha Pratipika, and it says something very profound that changed my life. Your life doesn't depend upon the number of years, it depends upon the number of breaths.
Not the number of years, but the number of breaths. Should I breathe more or less?
Yeah, so a normal average human being, the breathing pattern is around 21,600 times in a day. What you should do is breathe less. And a yogi in higher states of consciousness has only 108 breaths in a day.
108 breaths. That person is dead.
I think in that state, your heart rate, your pulse rate goes very low. You're not dead, but I assume that you take a state where you are established.
I love the line I read in Hinduism, which is, the yogi decides when to die.
Actually, it is a fact because the god behind, there was a great yogi called Trailang Swami. He lived for 284 years and at will he left his body. And there are many great saints right here in Kashi.
Amazing. So what's the hardest way to breathe?
Yeah. There are many practices, but one of the most advanced practices known as Brahmari Pranayam.
Brahmari Pranayam.
It is a bee pranayam where you inhale like a male bee and you exhale like a female bee.
Wait, so you inhale like a male bee and exhale like a female bee. That's like very little breath. How do you do it?
So the technique is you take a mudra. So basically the mudra is taken to cover your eyes and your upper lip, lower lip and your ears. So when we do it, I'm going to inhale through my glottis and exhale through the nasopharyngeal cavity. It sounds like this. I cover it, and when I inhale, the sound is. And of course, I'm going to exhale. So while exhaling, of course, I can exhale it more. So the more you do it,
Wow.
it works with the bindu.
So you're exhaling very little oxygen or inhaling very little oxygen.
Yeah, actually, we are manipulating it according to our will.
Wow. I gotta get into this. That's my next challenge.
You should. Speaking about challenges, how did you start and what turned you towards spirituality?
I like to do things that are hard, and I like to understand the world around me. And religion is all around us. That's why every month now I'm going deep in one religion. And this month is the month of Hinduism. Next month, before that, was Buddhism. I think spirituality is something that 80% of the world believes in, including me, and it's time to understand it.
One takeaway that you want to share about your own journey.
Look, I'm a Muslim. I'm happy to be Muslim. I'm not changing religions. And I hope people understand is that there is beauty in every religion. There's beauty in Islam that I think you can see. There's beauty in Hinduism that I just learned how to see. There's a beauty in everything. You just got to open your mind to it. And remember, we are all one.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Hari Om Tat Sat.